this is going to go against everything that you've probably heard on YouTube in terms of how to ride your mountain bike. So in most cases, the idea is to keep your weight over your bottom bracket. That's number one goal, is to keep your weight over the bottom bracket. When you get to these higher consequence slabs, and I'm talking about, anything over 45, 50 degrees. So we're talking pretty vertical. It's
steeper. By higher consequence, you mean steeper.
Yes, steeper slabs. It gets impossible. You'll be sitting on top of your back tire if you tried to get your weight over the bottom bracket. And so the technique for these steeper slabs is you're going to have to get your rear end over the back tire. That's going to happen naturally as you crest over the slab. If it's one of these slabs where you're cresting over it, your rear end is going to go over your back tire. As soon as you are on the slab, this is going to be uncomfortable. You have to get back upright on your bike. What you don't want is you don't want to ride this thing and your hands are fully out and your feet are fully out and you are pushed back to the back of the bike, because what happens is now you have taken away all of your suspension. You have taken away all your mobility. If something were to go wrong, you're already back. There's nowhere else to go. You can't, I'll go farther. You can't go farther back. So if you can get yourself, so as soon as you get crest over that slab and you start to go down it, readjust your body position. And so now you're almost perpendicular, I guess, to the slab. Maybe it's not that far, but you want to get some bend back into your arms, get some bend back into your feet. And that way, when you make that transition at the bottom, your body's ready to take that impact and absorb whatever happens. And as well as if there's something in the slab, sometimes you don't get a flat slab. Sometimes there are moves or bumps that you have to make. And if you are all the way back, my goodness, I mean, if you are all the way back, the first bump that you hit on the back tire, I guarantee will send you forward. So I'll try and throw some video in here. So if you're watching on the YouTube, you'll be able to see the technique that I'm talking about. But it goes against everything that you've been taught, because everything that you've been taught to this point has been weight over the bottom bracket. And that's just impossible on some of these steep slabs. Danny, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, no, I think that's really interesting. And looking at these guys ride these slabs was very, very eye-opening to me, because it was not something that I had ever seen before. And Aaron was talking about this technique, and that's part of the reason I shouldn't have done that last one, is because I didn't exactly know the technique. And I've ridden steep slabs before, some better than others. But if you are too far back, if your arms are extended, they are like ropes. So when you get to the bottom, the ropes are going to pull you forward and you're going to go over the bars. Or your front, all your weight's in the back and the front wheel comes off and you lose control. What these guys are doing was getting their chest pretty close to their handlebars. And then Aaron was saying, and Patrick was saying, at the bottom, they're pushing into, at the transition, they're pushing the bike through the transition. So that you're going so fast, and some of these G-outs are so strong that you have to push the bike into it. And I saw them get into this position where they're relatively forward. And when you're going steep down something, all your instinctive brain wants to do is get away from the danger. So people go all the way back. And that's where I certainly have found myself in the past. These guys are leaning really forward. And I don't even want to say leaning. They're just like in a really powerful attack position, and their arms are really, really bent, and their chest is really close to their handlebars, and they are getting ready, and they are going to push into the transition. So it's something that definitely takes a lot of practice. I look forward to practicing it just even anywhere, just anywhere that's easy, and starting to get the feeling of that. But I think that's an excellent, excellent tip. I think it's something that we can all work on. RideandLaugh1@gmail.com, YouTube comments. Steepest slabs that you've ridden, best slabs that you've ridden. What is your technique for riding slabs? Is what Sage and I are saying correct? But I would love to get some more input. This is something that I definitely want to get better at.